Hey guys, we have a very special episode today. For all our new listeners that we caught on the streets when we were doing our 60-second podcasts, those are dropping next week. Today, we have far more important guests on the show. Hassan Phills, rising star in the comedy scene. We caught him the other night at the Laugh Lounge. He shut the place down on a Tuesday. No one's selling a place out on a Tuesday but Hassan Phills. We caught him on his tour. He stopped in Ottawa for a little bit, came by the studio, and we chopped it up about how he built such a strong fan base, you know, how his basketball career helps him in his comedy career. We talked about what it's like being a 5-year-old, choking people out on Molly during festivals. We talked about his hatred for Greta Thunberg. And you know what? Let's just get right into it. Like, follow, subscribe. You know the deal. I used to work at McDonald's, and I got fired. And it was a bad firing. So on my way out, I was like, fuck this place. And that was in the garbage corral area. So I found in the cameras, there's a spot where if I popped my trunk, it would cover the camera up. So I just grabbed it, threw it in the trunk, took off. And yeah, the firing was deep though. I told my manager to fuck off. So
hey, good on you. Was it heavy?
No, it's not that heavy.
One person carry.
Yeah.
2-person steal, but definitely a two-person job on the theft.
Another manager helped me steal it.
Okay, so this guy got a vendetta, man. McDonald's vendetta.
I hid it in my mom's basement.
What did your mom say when she saw it?
She didn't see it for years. It was because our basement was unfinished. No one went down there.
Yeah.
So I just hid it in there. And then when it came time for me to come up to Ottawa for school, my mom loaded up the truck and she's like, all right, we're good to go. And I was like, wait, one more thing. And I grabbed that from the basement. She's like, what are you doing? Get in the car. We got no time. Just go. Just throw it in. She didn't say anything.
And then it sat in your res room for all of first year.
Yeah. I've got a lot of offers for that.
Yeah, like how much are we talking?
Not enough.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, like 100, like 150.
A baby. One time.
How do you pass up on that, man?
They're expensive, bro. To take care of, like not like it's obviously just worth a McDonald's sign to this person, but yeah, it would be an 18-year commitment from us. Like
the actual baby's cheap.
Yeah,
it's the next 18 years.
You get it cheap.
I've had that.
Yeah.
For like what, 6 years now? Yeah, before first year.
We used to have it in our student house too, and every once in a while you'd see on like Instagram some randos taking a picture, and you'd like see that, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I see it on people's Instagrams. I don't even recognize the people.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We were so cool, bro. We were way cool back in the day. We used to party, bro.
Hey, you guys going through the drive-thru? Like, nah, man, I'm going to my boy's crib, man.
Oh man, I wanted to just say like great show last night, dude. That was sick.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I'm glad you guys had fun, man. You guys got you situated. You got booths. You guys were sitting in a booth, right?
We were supposed to, but we couldn't fit all of us, so we got kicked out to
Was
the
he in the freaking?
Nah. He took up 2 booths,
yeah,
bro.
Scared, bro. This guy's fucking 6'8", man. Did you play basketball at least? No. What the hell, man? I feel like you probably get the baseball. Is that this?
Yeah.
Is that like?
He was pitcher. He had to go out a whip on it. You know what I mean?
Because he just got gravity.
You know
on your
those
side?
like dog ball chuckers that like you know what I mean? That's just his arm, bro. That's just
man. Were you a lefty too? Or are you lefty? Could have been in the league, man.
Could have been something.
Yeah, you're a major minor, man. Yeah, nah, it's all good, man. You probably deal with a lot of that at home, man. Your parents. Look at this kid, man.
The rest of his family is his total combined height.
Yeah.
He's just
holy shit. You probably like. Do you have like a king size mattress or a queen size mattress?
He's got a double.
He's giving me twin bed energy. You gotta squeeze
pull
them together.
Couch.
His legs are just dangling over there. Nah, I'm sorry, man. You're catching strays for real, man. Yeah,
You're just
yeah, the camera's not even facing you, man.
You can tell this guy doesn't walk into a room and he's the shortest one. He's not the tallest one. Very often.
Honestly, I felt attacked.
Man, this guy's 6'5". What the fuck?
Yeah, man. You stood up and I felt attacked, man. I was like, yo, who the fuck is gay, man? Listen.
This is the defense mechanisms here. I'm sorry.
First words out of your
This
mouth.
rarely happens to me, so I just had to be like, yo.
No one warned me, bro.
Asserting he started asserting his dominance, man.
We should warn people before they come in the studio. Like, there is someone who's 6'9" here, so just be aware.
Yeah, be aware, man. That's what's up.
You might be able to take him in a fight, but like he is 6'9", just nonetheless.
But they're always the nice. I feel like the tallest guys are usually like the nicest.
He is a nice guy.
Yeah, man.
You're a really nice guy. I'll give you
It's
that.
because you have to compensate for looking so goddamn intimidating all the time. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, that guy's 6'4". I bet you he's scary. That's why you gotta be like, hey there, sir, how you doing?
Yeah, you show them manners. You be like, holy shit.
You gotta pull out a chair or two, hold the door open every once in a while if you're over 6 foot tall.
Yeah, I don't think you can't afford to be misogynistic, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
He's not.
Yeah.
He is. He's not. Though.
No, short dudes is. I think it's okay for a short guy to be misogynistic, man. It's like it's Lord Farquaad energy, you know. You know, you have to be. But if you're 6'8" and you're like moving like that, man, it's like
Yeah.
the girls already want you, but now they can't because you open your mouth.
You're a piece of shit.
Like I'm more scared of you if you're short and respect women.
Those dudes just lose. Yeah, those dudes just lose.
Those guys just lose, man.
All right, we gotta tell them who's here, man.
Man, we got Hassan Phills in the building, bro. Shout out Hassan Phills. Thanks for coming out, man. Like, I know we've been sending you around the whole city, bro. It took you like an hour. Did you walk here?
No. I went and I got breakfast at this place called like Art by the Bolognese or Art in the Bolognese or what, I don't know, bourgeoisie. I don't know what it was, but it was good. I had the French toast and then I came back here, and then I went to the wrong address.
Yeah.
And then I found the right one eventually.
Yeah. No,
but it's pretty cheap, man. There's a lot of one-way streets.
Yeah, it throws you off, man.
Yeah,
It's a frustrating city to get around.
cinder block, man.
Yeah. It's
I
tough.
felt like I was playing Tron. You know what I'm talking about? Tron, where you're just making lateral moves. Every move I made was just lateral. Just freaking I was like, okay.
Well, we're glad you're here, man. You're like kind of the podcast man. You've been on a ton of shows.
Yeah,
I
I've been
feel
on
a
a
little
few
like
podcasts.
I feel like I got some competition. Like I got to bring my A game to you right now.
No, not even, man. I
Just
think
relax.
Just relax, man. Take it easy, man.
Just relax.
Take it easy, man. It's not that hard. Conversations, man. That's what the
Yeah.
podcast is. You know what? Actually, I told somebody I had to go do an interview, and I was like, and she goes, an interview for what? I said, I'm lying. It's a podcast.
CBC interview. I don't know. They want to talk to you.
It's
You're
a
not getting
podcast.
interviewed, they said. What's someone want to interview you for?
I don't really know, man.
We do have a couple questions, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
boom. So
Yeah, we
then
got
it
some
does
questions.
classify as an interview, man.
There's
Yeah,
an
technically.
interview portion, I guess
Yeah.
we could say.
Yeah, we got some questions. Then we're gonna get to some fun stuff later.
Hell yeah.
But I want to kick it off where you ended it off last night in your show because you got real at the end of your show.
Mm-hmm.
You said something really dope about you used to do places where like you used to do comedy just in random places like strip clubs, random dive bars, and
Still
stuff
do.
like that. Yeah, still do.
For the streets. For comedy.
But you said now you like to go to places where you're accepted rather than places where you're tolerated.
Mm-hmm. I love both. I love going where you're tolerated and being good in those spaces, because then it's undeniable that you're honing your skills and you're in the craft or whatever. But also going where you're celebrated is dope, because everybody can kind of take a moment to kind of rejoice in what you're building, what you're working towards. And a journey is awesome, man. I feel like everybody buys into a journey more or less, because like that's what in sports too. Sports is like there's the season, and then there's the playoffs, and then like without those two things, the championship isn't as triumphant, right? So if you can you're not gonna make every single show feel like the freaking championship, but but for some person that could be, that one person that's in the crowd seeing you for the very first time, or who looking forward to seeing me weeks in advance or any time in advance. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll treat every game or every show like it's a freaking championship game.
Yeah, I like that.
It's like, a lot of people, who was it that just said, there's a basketball player who's like, what does it take to be like all-stars? Like you have to play like at least 79 of the 82 games. You know what I mean? What's that sort of equivalent when it comes to comedy?
I think that's an objective answer. I think some comics will say like, man, 10 years in the game, 8 years in the game, 15 years in the game. But honestly, I think it's a matter of just being funny. Anything can happen. I realize no two come up stories are exactly the same. And if you end up if you end up like watching other people too hard, man, then again you get stuck in the obstacles, right? I'm the last couple of years, man, I've been focused on the path, and the path has been great. Nothing crazy. You ever go like skiing? or
Yeah.
snowboarding.
Yeah.
If you ever focus on like not hitting the trees and shit, brother, you're going right to the trees. That's happened to me. I've hit the fence multiple times. I'll send you guys the videos. It was freaking hilarious. And more times now, whenever I've gone snowboarding or whatever, I'd go straight. I focus on, maybe the path, and then I never even see any light of the obstacles. So
Like actual snowboarding, or is it still an analogy?
Yeah, this
I don't even know, man. I lost
This is
myself, man.
fucking prolific.
I lost myself.
I don't know why
But no, like,
picturing
comedy-
you at like 6'4" on a snowboard is crazy to me.
It is
too,
crazy,
bro. Like,
man.
I feel like a good gust of wind come uphill and you just kind of get blown back up there a little bit.
100%. And I'm also, I'm so like frail, man. I'm so frail. A gust of wind, man, it'll take me. But I think comedy wise, man, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, because I don't know all the answers, but I'm just figuring out as I'm going along, and I think I'm comfortable in that, being present. There's a lot of guys who they don't even know how to be present in the moment. Guys will be like, oh man, I gotta go to freaking LA, I gotta go to New York. Canadian comedy is at that, oh man, I gotta go to LA, I gotta go to New York, I have to. Once I get there, then I'm gonna be on and popping. I'm like, nigga, you're not even there yet. You know what I mean? What are you focused on? I'm in Ottawa right now.
Yeah.
Let's take care of there. Let's figure out the other stuff later.
Yeah. When you're like thinking of places that are like you're being so called like tolerated, do you feel like laughs there feel a little bit better because they're holding back the laughs a little bit, and it's like when you hear someone laugh, it's like, oh fuck yeah, that was a good joke.
No, it's a bit different, man. I think like when you're doing comedy, honestly, man, when you're doing comedy clubs and like whether it be Yuck Yucks and Absolute. And these clubs, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, they're very easy rooms, man.
I've heard Absolute's like one of the best rooms in North America.
Easy,
like if you get laughed, like anyone here could get laughs there.
Yeah, man. It's also at some point, maybe I heard this maybe 6 years ago when I was starting in comedy. A taping from there, whatever you submit from Absolute, if you submit it for like a festival or anything like that, they won't even count it as like
Shit.
I was like, this is
like a cheat code.
It's like how
It's like beginner mode.
Yeah, it's like beginner mode, man.
like how casinos pump like oxygen through. It's like they just pump like
Laughing
weed
gas.
smoke. Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit dentists give you, like.
Yeah. That's just what
That's a
I've
good
heard.
idea, actually.
Genius
Yeah.
idea, bro.
Like pump oxygen or like helium.
Casinos pump oxygen into like the casino floors so that people are like more
Oxidated
awake
to
and
go,
like, so they
okay.
can keep playing, right? But
Is
like,
that an urban myth, or is that true?
I think that's true.
I mean, yeah, it's got to be like freaking.
If only we had a device that could search this up in a matter of seconds.
6'9". How are you 6'9" and the tech guy, man?
I'm not 6'9". Who the fuck said that?
We're rounding up, man.
You're gonna be 7'4"
I don't
by
need
the
to
end of
lie
the
about
pod.
my height, bro.
guy is-
I don't need that. We're beyond
He's
that.
6'9" and Wade from Kim Possible. What's the sitch?
I'm in.
I'm in there. I'm in. The computer hacker, man. Look at him.
Wade gets the bad bitch though,
Yes,
so
the guy-
he's laughing at the end.
Yeah, Wade does get it, but you get Shigo, man.
There's no Wi-Fi in this place.
But flipping, what were we saying? 10,000?
Yeah, you're saying like all like
Casinos
How-
pump oxygen into the casino floors. It wouldn't be surprised if Absolute Comedy pumped it full of like
Yeah.
the shit dentists give you or weed.
yeah,
Mhm.
You're like,
Yeah.
Weed's too traceable. Weed vape.
well, that stuff your buddy Jeff gives you.
Yeah, yeah.
But now those rooms are like, I'm not gonna say that they're hard or whatever. I think like I think what's harder than performing in those rooms is actually making it to the stage.
Right.
Whether it's like some, it's not nepotism, but you also have to networking and weaving your way into that inner circle. And I mean, again, I'm not focused on gatekeepers, but there are those things. So if you see somebody on the Absolute stage, quite often it's like, oh, this guy's done his rounds through whatever pecking order that does exist. But like I was saying earlier, man, I don't have HR really. My human resources are the people that come through and just come through and have a good time cutting out the direct source. Because I remember when I started out, and anything that you do, really, you tell somebody, oh, I do stand-up comedy. If you tell somebody you do an actor, you're like, oh, so you do like, you're in movies and stuff like that? No, I'm like actually like doing like commercials or something like
Maybe
that.
the odd Hallmark movie.
Yeah, something like that. Same with comedy. You tell somebody, oh, I do stand up. Oh, you do Yuck Yucks. You do
No, I rip it.
Absolute. You do these clubs. I've been there, and so already they're like familiarizing your craft and your name with an establishment. right?
As opposed to like finding out that you've just been ripping Thursday open mics.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So, with that being said, like after some time, I was just like, no, let me focus on making my name bigger than any establishment. Not that it is even yet, but you know, I think I would love the fact that we could bring a bunch of people to a random address.
Yeah.
You sold out a Tuesday night
A Tuesday night.
at a club that's not even open on Tuesdays.
In
They
a
opened up
city-
just for you.
in a city that's you're not from. So like that's a very remarkable thing. But you talked last night about like, you know, creating these spaces for yourself as opposed to like perhaps relying on these already created infrastructure. What's that journey been like? You know, creating a space not only for you to like thrive in, but your fan base to really be able to be tied to you. Because those were your fans last night. They had to be. I mean,
Yeah, the lineup at the end of the night was huge for your merch table.
Yeah.
I've never
We
seen that before
debated
in a
not-
comedy show.
Yeah,
Usually they're
we
just
t-
walking by like head down.
we
Like, good
debated
shit, you
not
made me
even.
laugh, but
We debated not even talking to you at the end. We were like, that's a long ass line. I don't know. If I don't know if I got that kind
And
of
you guys
time.
stuck it out.
Man. Yeah.
Oh man. Ah man, it's interesting. So when I started, like I was saying earlier, at the show, when I started off doing comedy in Toronto again, the Muslim community is out there and it's big, very prevalent, and there's a difference, man. I'm noticing like this TSN turning point for a lot of like East Africans, right, where it's like where East Africans are like famous for repping. Right. If anything, like we claim Lou Williams when we thought he was Somali. We claimed P Diddy as Somali at one point. So repping is free. You know what I mean? But support, it takes time, energy, and even money. Right. So I think with me doing comedy in these spaces, when I started off doing it at like clubs and lounges, and I was doing other people's shows, and they would just show up not even knowing what the address was. They were like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even know this was here, but I'm just here to see you. So I saw that. I was like, okay, they met me 50% of the way by even showing that they're interested. Let me meet them the other 50 by creating a place where more of them can come through and just have a good time. So I was booking out studio rental, like studio venues, and trying to rent out comedy clubs that which like even renting like Absolute is freaking like $2,500 for the night or some shit like that.
that's fun.
On a Monday.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, yo, I can't afford to. And then on top of that, there's a bar tab. So and I don't have a crowd that drinks. You like, oh, like yo, telling these hijabis freaking order rum and coke, but just don't drink the coke. Just don't drink the rum. You know what I mean? That's that shit. It just add up, you know. And then it's crazy how, and I realize how much money there is in alcohol, like in terms of like for events and parties like that. That's like you could double your money off of ticket sales. You could quadruple your money off of ticket sales just on like alcohol consumption at all. And personally, I don't aspire to make money off alcohol, just through my religious beliefs. But again, providing that environment that people could come through and just have a good laugh, unintoxicated, is even a vibe. People were ordering drinks that at the Ottawa they were doing because that's their establishment. But I wasn't gonna be like, yo, don't don't do that. But
You're getting sober laughs.
I'm getting sober laughs.
That's
man.
insane.
Drunk laughs are easy, man.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Either way,
There's a line.
there's a line.
There's a line.
There's a line.
Drunk laughs up until like 5, 6 beers. You know what I mean? And then it starts to be like, you're like, okay, where am I walking here?
I feel like a sober crowd's better than a crowd that's high as shit, though.
Oh, high crowds are the worst, man.
I had a good time.
Delayed.
Fuck you. I had a good time.
He was laughing hella delayed. He's like, ha.
I was the guy with the fucked up laugh last night.
How long have you been doing comedy?
Just a bit over 5 years. 5 years
Okay.
and some change.
So you're pretty. I guess that's fresh. I don't know. I've
That's
heard a lot
that's
of.
very fresh.
I've heard a lot of pro comedians being like, I might have to bleep this name out, but Louis C.K. told Theo Vaughn. Theo Vaughn was like, "Oh, I've been doing comedy for like 15 years," and Louis was like, "Oh, so you're pretty young still?" And I was like, "What?"
Yeah, you're just like Jerry Seinfeld uses like an analogy where he refers like to your ages in comedy as like your ages in like early childhood, in the sense that like if you're only 5, I'm only like, in comedy years I'm only 5 years old.
Damn,
You know what I mean?
that's a unique way of looking at it.
Right? I think that's pretty cool. So like I never Yeah, man. Being 15 years old, like imagine like they 15 years old. Imagine, man. That's puberty.
Yeah, just starting to
you're
smoke
just
weed.
like you're just figuring it out.
Music's just starting to kind of make sense to you. Yeah.
Getting mad at it for no reason in class.
Your dad sucks for some reason this month. Like, yeah, I get it.
You're a funny fucking 5-year-old, though. I'll give you that.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Very impressive for a 5-year-old.
Very impressive.
The funniest 5-year-old I ever met, dude. I met a lot of 5-year-olds. Wait. I used to teach swimming lessons. Come on, get your head out of the gutters.
Yeah, swimming lessons.
How'd you like kind of find yourself as a comic? Like, you talk a lot about like your kind of upbringing, like your cultural beliefs, like just the culture that was in the room last night. Like, where does your content really come from?
Honestly, I guess my identity really. I've been firm with I'm not gonna say like I know exactly who I am. I'm gonna be changing throughout my course of my career. I imagine like right now I'm talking about I guess young people shit and things that intrigue me, but maybe who knows, fucking when I'm 35 years old, I might be into gardening instead of being like, oh, maybe where the holes at? I'm actually talking about a tool, So
You're already writing for like 10 years from now?
Right, for 10 years.
Where the hose at is a great gardening joke. I'm not gonna lie, like that's good.
Hey, I'll be like, yeah, where the holes at, man? Freaking get the gardening tools, man. That's where I'm like, I'm already prepared for. I have that idea that things will change along the way, and that allows me to be present. But I think I'm very familiar with like before I even got into comedy, I lived my dream of playing basketball as a post-secondary athlete professionally. I did school thoroughly as much as I could. I worked. I had a lot of work experience, life experience before I kind of dived into comedy. And that helped me. Like, oh, okay, like I kind of know who I was, and I had a rough idea of who I was before I
could picture you being like
plunged into it.
I could picture you being like a good locker room presence for the basketball team.
Oh yeah. That's my guy. That's my type of. That's my energy. I really enjoy basketball more so. I realized once I left basketball, I liked it way more than I liked the team aspect way more of. Than actually playing.
It's one of those times. It's like gonna be their last time hanging with the boys. You know what I mean? And that's fucking.
That hits hard, bro.
It's hard.
That hits hard.
One
man.
time you signed on to Xbox Live for the last time. You know what I mean? Like that shit. Was your comedy always like that? Like last night, I felt like it was very like I don't know. We were like two of the only white guys there, and there was a couple times where like everyone is just like losing it, and I'm like. Sean and I are just like right?
Yeah.
When you started, were you making broader jokes, or like has it always kind of been sort of for the niche crowd?
I've always started broad, and I think I've always been quite broad. Yesterday I was doing a lot of like newer material, and also just reading the room.
Yeah,
kind of same way as playing basketball. You kind of just read the defense, and I saw what the defense was giving me. I said, all right, man. I wouldn't give you like if it was like an all white crowd. I've done that room before actually, the thing, and it was just like all white people, and I kind of honestly I don't even play it down for them either, because I think that's the best type of integration. If I'm just like giving you what's catered for you, then you'll never learn. I think it's an insult to your intelligence and to your experience at that. So yeah, man, I'm glad that you were able to like embellish it for a minute, whether it be like, oh, okay, because that's what it's supposed to be, right? You're supposed to
learned a couple things,
things, and indulge in that comedic turbulence, where you're just like, I don't even know, but like I'm around, and people are laughing, and
confirm some stereotypes.
Confirm some stereotypes around.
I thought they kind of Lebanese people are kind of fruity. You're right.
Man, think about it. Man.
That's his words. It's his words.
Hey man, all I said was Lebanese women are beautiful, and so are the men. That's all I said.
Yeah, you learn a thing or two. It's like when I went home, my roommate was like, "What were you doing?" I didn't say I went to a comedy show. I said I went to a TED Talk, bro.
Oh damn, yeah, it was very insightful, man. I had a good time.
So you said you like the team aspect though for basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Stand-up's a very individual sport if you want to like make that comparison.
Mm-hmm.
How do you make it a team game?
I think you find the right team over time. You know, you might. I've had a few people, you know, come on board, and no falling outs really. It's more so just I think in the midst of the journey, man, you find people that are I'm not the best at everything. You know what I mean? So I might find somebody who's better at something that I can't do, and because they're on the team or the board of directors or whatever you want to be, they complement everything that I'm trying to do. So
You got a board of directors?
not really. I think it's a cool analogy.
Can I buy stock
buy
in
stock.
Hassan Phills? Let's go.
I think it's friends like I've had some I missed the team, but also I started off working when one of my jobs I was working at Nordstrom's, right? It was commission based. So I was also familiar with like eat what you kill, you know? And I like that competitive edge of just like, okay, like I'm gonna do this my own way. I know a lot of comics in Canada as well, they have like their cliques and their friends and stuff like that. And that's cool. And they're eating together and they're having some fun times and they're producing great comedy shows. I myself, I haven't found that caliber of peers yet. That very few and very few of us do. But then when we do intersect, whether it be on our own regard, because since the pandemic, man, a lot of comics like have started their own rooms, and that's the new wave of like how people are getting introduced to stand-up comedy now. Is not through the clubs like Yuck Yucks and Absolute. They're going straight to the comics, which is pretty cool. So even Nick himself is the guy who owns the Laugh Lounge. He's a comic as well. So he's one of the first comics that I know who's running a successful comedy club in a great scene.
Yeah,
he's
just
hilarious.
taking it in his own hands, like
Taking it in his own hands, because then dude is his own board. He has his own board of directors that are actual comics. So you're not talking to producers who deal with all sorts of
never written a joke in their life.
Yeah, never written a joke in their life. Never stood in front of a crowd. It's more so like, who do you know? I know you. Here's an opportunity.
Yeah, it's like the music industry, how like all like just managers are nefarious, sketchy folks.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't feel the same way in comedy. Well, I'm sure it does, like as you ascend the ladder, but like right now I feel like at least the level we're at, like it feels rather organic.
Like what is the comedy industry like from your perspective in Canada?
Canada it's very small. You know, there's just as many, like there's more people in the state of New York than there is in all of Canada, right? So the market is so much smaller. But much like even in my career in basketball, my post-secondary career, I went to like a CCAA school in BC, Capilano University. And, you know, although like I could have probably played CIS or even had like a junior college in the States, I know a lot of guys that I know personally and who I'm very fond of and I respect. These guys played D1, and I understood the status and the allure of playing D1. Sorry. The status.
It's one of them right now.
It's one of the board of directors.
Sorry,
The board of directors. No, man, it's actually.
Sorry,
You're mic'd up. Like, why are you talking about it?
Sorry, Devin Booker, can you take your call right now?
Oh man. Oh, flipping. Yeah, man, these guys are playing like D1 and just for the status of it. Not to say that, I mean, go get a full scholarship for sure. But after 4 years, some of them are still riding the pine, playing no minutes. Me, I played CCAA. I have at least an hour's worth of like just highlights. I could tell my kids I was D1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But my experience was just that much better.
Mm-hmm. You should throw your huddle link in your bio.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of locker room presence, do you know what an Olympic sit-up is?
No.
It's when you get like a guy on the floor and then you put a towel over his eyes and get him to like try to do a sit-up as hard as he can. And then there's another guy standing in front of him with his pants down and his ass out. And then you take the towel off and he snaps up and puts his face in the buddy's ass. You ever do that to your boys in the locker room?
Just locker room fun. Boys being boys.
That
kind of stuff.
I just had to ask.
Yeah.
I had a lot of black teammates.
Oh. So no, I guess no, never mind.
So I'm gonna tell you that shit would never slide. But
no Lebanese
what did you play? What did you guys play? Hockey?
That was just gym class.
Yeah. Our gym teacher was wild. He was one of the boys. He was one of the boys.
He's my friend's dad, so it doesn't matter that much. Like, it was cool.
Well, we were doing it at home one day, and he was like, "Let's bring it to school." So,
Oh
He
man.
used to buy us Twisted Teas, so it was cool.
You know, I had I think one of the funniest things that happened in my locker room was I had this one guy on my team, this white dude, and he went to like a festival one weekend, it was like Pemberton or something like that, out in the forest, and J. Cole and Drake was at that time. They were performing at one time, and flipping, he came home. When he came home and we had practice the next day, the guy he's like, yo, I asked him, like, yo, how was the festival? He goes, oh, man, it was crazy, man. I did Molly for the first time. I said, oh, shit. Well, like, what was it like? He's like, bro, I did half a cap or like a cap and a half. I don't know what that meant. That unit, I didn't know what that unit of measurement meant.
like, "Oh shit!"
I was like,
That's crazy.
that's crazy, bro. I said, well, how was it? He's like, oh, man, one moment I was crowd surfing, having the best time of my life. I said, shit. What else? He goes, then the next moment I was freaking fist pumping. I was like, word? And then he's like, then out of nowhere, I was choking my boy's girlfriend. I was like, what? He goes, yeah. And then he came and he separated us. And he's like, dude, that was the second time.
Yo.
And I was just in the locker room like,
So good weekend.
yeah, like, what's
You sure it wasn't
was it worth
cocaine?
the money
Or
or like?
he's like, yeah, man, I'll totally do it again, man.
I'm totally doing it.
Totally do it again, man.
Well, just that one thing I got to work out, but
Yeah, that last piece was whatever, man. But the rest was freaking awesome.
one little mistake, you're gonna ruin the drug for everyone.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, long drive home.
All three of them in the car. He's just in the back seat, just silent for 2 hours. Guys, I'm really sorry. It was an accident.
Shut up, Grady.
Grady. That's a white ass name.
Yeah,
that's his real name,
yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
that is,
Yeah, it
man.
is. That's his real name.
Is he a 3-point specialist?
Oh no, he was actually a
was a
dunker,
big?
man. He was a dunker,
big?
man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a little slasher.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, slasher more ways than one, you know. Yeah. Should we get into the fun part, man?
Yeah,
We're
let's do
giggling
it.
now. We're all warmed up.
All right. So on our show, we have a segment called Backpage News, and we find the most offbeat, odd headlines in the news. And, we discuss them, we go through them and all that. So we're going to do it in the form of like a little game show today.
There's no prize. So
yeah.
fucking get that out of your
take
head.
that McDonald.
Get that fucking
That's the prize.
over all of our dead bodies. And we got one guy taller than you. So.
I'll take it, man.
So the way it's going to work is I'm going to tell you a headline, and then he's going to tell you a headline. One's fake, one's real, and you got to guess which one's real. You can ask us questions. We'll go into. We'll give you all the
bet.
details and stuff.
And then we'll explore the correct headline.
yeah, we'll get into it.
You want me to read first or you to read first?
You can go first.
All right. My headline is Mexican president posts photo of what he claims is an elf.
And then I got. It's a bit of a long one. Man who lives across the street from ex-wife catches son sneaking out, calls police on wife for leverage in child custody case. So you can ask us questions, try and figure out some more details about these stories.
Can you read that one more time?
Man who lives across the street from his ex-wife catches son sneaking out from his ex-wife's house, calls police on wife to get leverage in his child custody case.
That sounds believable. It sounds like was that Kanye West?
No, not
No.
Kanye. This happened in Burlington, Ontario.
Burlington can get messy, man. But this Mexican, I wonder what elves?
Mexican president posts a photo of what he claims to be an elf. So he said that an engineer working on a tourist train took the photo for him and was like, yo, it's this mythological creature called an Olux or an Olux, I don't know. But it's this mythological elf-like character in Mexican Mayan culture. And he said an engineer working on this like rail line took a photo of it in a tree and sent it to him. And he posted and he's like, yo, this is a motherfucking Olux.
I'm
bro."
not gonna lie, man. This sounds like the origin story of whatever characters were in that Black Wakanda movie, man. in the Wakanda Forever movie, man.
The Black Wakanda movie.
Black Wakanda.
So you just
This is
mean
Mexican
all
Wakanda?
of all of the Black Panther movies. Like, I don't know. What do you want me to do here? You got me in a corner.
Mexican exploitation character, man.
Yeah. So yeah,
It's a Marvel movie that's not out yet.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Phase 4. This is Phase 4. Mexican Marvel, man.
it's the only culture they haven't tapped yet.
Elves, Mexican elves, shaking it. I think that one's fake.
That one's fake.
That
This
one's
one's
gotta
real.
be fake. Yeah.
This one's fake. That one's real.
What the hell is
Yeah, the
going on in
Mexican-
the world?
Me-
This one's
Mexican-
half fake though.
Half fake.
This one's kind of a true story to me. So my parents are divorced and they live across the street from each other.
in Burlington.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this yours?
This is my story. This is my. I wrote this.
I'm gonna tell my story, my truth.
I just want to see your perspective on this. 'Cause I had two parents live across the street from each other, and I snuck out of the house, my mom's house. I'm hopping over the balcony, and then I just hear my dad, and he's like, "Oh, escaping Alcatraz, eh?" And I just turn around, and it's my dad getting the mail at 12:30 at night. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And then yeah, it was really embarrassing. He didn't like call the cops or anything. He was just like, "Hey, do whatever you want. You're on your mother's."
That says
side."
a dad joke though.
Yeah.
Escaping Alcatraz, huh?
His divorced parents lived across the street from one another. Like that's so
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
It is.
It's a sitcom.
You're out of here. All right, fuck it. Just cross
Fucking,
the
I'm
streets
running
out.
home, man. I'm going.
I'm running away from home.
I'm jaywalking.
It was so it was tough like in the start. Like I would like me and my sister would do 1 week on, 1 week off. And we would like bring our clothes back and forth. So we'd be like lugging like
You guys are doing
luggage.
suicides.
Just like yeah back and forth.
You guys are doing suicides, going crib to crib. What the heck?
Oh, it's funny. It's not like that anymore though. We're good. We're good.
We're cool.
All right, we got another one here. You want me to go first? So
You want to look at the Mexican elf thing? This is a real story, by the way.
Yeah, what do you
we got it
what
up
like
here.
we do we
Can
should
I see
talk-
what the guy? I want to see the
this
photo.
is the picture right here.
Right there.
Can we full screen that there?
So this is the photo on the left, and then this is like a sculpture of the creature.
Yeah, so apparently this thing's it's called an alux or a lux, and it's an elf-like creature that Mexican people or like Mayan people who believe in the Mayan culture or like old practices of the Mayan culture, and they'll leave gifts out for it to appease this thing. It's a little elf character that fucking steals stuff from them and stuff, hides things from them.
Sounds like a toddler.
I just don't know how I'd feel if like Jay Trude's just posted a picture of
Yeah, you're supposed to be running
An
the country,
Aboriginal
man.
elf?
yeah, dude. I don't know what like is if Justin Trudeau, I don't know, like I don't want to cross the line here and like comparing it to something, but if like my president was like, hey, there's elves just out there, bro, I'd be like, all right,
All right, man. Let's get some clean water, man. You know what I mean? Let's get a functioning economy going. You know. But damn.
Yeah, apparently he tweeted this picture, which is, by the way, isn't. He lied about where it came from. So this picture is at least 2 years old, first of all. In the midst of protests in his country, he just tweets out and is like, I want to share this photo. I want everyone to understand something.
So there's conflict going on. He's
Yeah,
like,
He's
elves.
definitely done some messy stuff. That's why. He's just like, hey,
Everybody
guys, don't
look at this. Don't look at me. Look at this.
Look at
He
this.
went to a festival with Grady and he's still coming down on that shit, bro.
He's like, he's coming down on Molly, man. The Mexican president is coming down with Molly, man.
Let's get into the next round here. Let's get the next round. You want me to kick it off or you want to go?
you kick it off.
All right. So my headline here is Toronto man who made over $17,000 selling online Riz courses admits to virginity.
That sounds hilarious. What the hell? Online Riz courses.
Yeah.
17 grand from them.
Yeah.
How much was the membership or
It
the?
was $250 per course.
It was like approximately
He
70
finessed
people.
over 68 people.
And then this headline here reads, Pastor says he went to hell and demons sang Rihanna's Umbrella to torture him.
Well, that sounds fake. That one sounds fake. How does he? But also like,
He
Pastor
said
going to hell?
He said Bob Marley and Jasmine Sullivan were also being played as well. Yeah. And the demons, like the people singing it to you, the demons were tormenting you because you didn't worship God. But he's a pastor, so I don't really know how that checks out. He went to hell as a pastor, so.
That's crazy because
how
what is
do
it?
you go hell and back though?
Yeah, he died and came back.
Did he actually die though?
Yeah, straight up for like, couple mins.
And he listened to 3 songs.
Yeah, well, no, he said it was on repeat. It was on repeat.
Debunking this shit, bro.
Yeah, that's a 1 song duration of death time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
What do you mean? Is he in the multiverse now? Is he a Marvel character too?
He said like while he was there, he saw like a performance art piece essentially of like a person who was burned head to toe being like dog walked by a demon, like who had it on a chain.
That's some spiritual ass shit, man. That sounds morbid.
Yeah,
morbid and
he
scary.
also says the reason the music was being like played, like those artists being music was being played was because they did drugs to explore their creativity, and that opened a portal to hell that allowed Satan to control the humans.
He was hanging out with Grady, man. He was hanging out with my dog Grady.
Hanging out with Grady between the hours of 6:30 and 7.
I definitely did 2 caps a while. I'm gonna say that one is true and this is fake. The Toronto man selling Riz.
This guy named Quentin Gardner. He promised guest seminars from Bryce Hall, that Martin kid, and Tristan Tate. All of them had no idea it was all fake, and then he got exposed by his sister on IG Live.
So it is true.
I'm just giving you my details.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's gotta be fake, man. No, that's gotta be fake. Although, like the spiritual side of me, I'm like, yo, that kind of sounds scary, man. You know when you cross,
you just don't want it to be true.
I don't want it to be true, but this is real.
This is real. This is fake.
This is real.
That's what I said, right? Originally, I said that was the truth. God, I said it, man.
We'll call that one a tie.
Yeah, that's a tie.
We did kind of pressure you into guessing that mine.
Yeah, you dropped some names. You said Quentin something. Quentin Miller. Isn't that a rapper?
Quentin Gardner. That's Pressa.
Oh, okay. This guy's dropping gummies. I'm like, I don't know that.
Hit the Wikipedia page for that one, boy.
Quentin, what? What's his name?
Quentin Gardner.
Quentin Gardner.
Yeah. That's kind of a hard rap name too, though.
Yeah, it is. Quentin Gardner, man. Gardner is because he's on the highway, man.
That's his new album, Gardner Expressway. That was his newest album. How great, right? That's what I said. That's what I said. What do you like? My grandmother one time told me a story about she had a heart attack and she died for like a minute or two. She said it was fucked up too. That freaks me out, man. I couldn't imagine dying for just a couple mins, couple secs. Yeah. You know, be a good story. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you dip your toes into that everlasting nap for like a second and be like, yo, listen, I'm back.
What freaks me out about this story, though, is that the pastor said the reason why he went to hell was because he didn't forgive people. Like, that's all it takes to go to hell is just not forgive people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
that's also his job as a pastor. Like, isn't that all you do all day? You run around and you're like, my son, you are forgiven.
Yeah, I feel like I think Christianity is like the foundation of it seems to be like forgiveness. You know, I'm like, oh, forgive me. There isn't really much repentance or like there's like, oh, thank God, or I don't know what it is, but it's more so like, thank you for just a man that died for your sins, and then you keep it moving.
Say 4 Hail Marys and keep it going.
4 Hail Marys and keep it going. It's just a lot of forgiveness, man. Not accountable. Who's gonna be accountable though? Jesus.
I've done like a lot of worse things than not forgiving people. So it's like, is there no hope for me? Like this has me worried.
The only thing that'll help me, the only thing I've only forgiven is when the Raptors won the NBA Finals, man. I
forgave them for that?
No, I forgave this one dude, man. Because you know when the Raptors won the NBA Finals, I saw everybody I've ever met in my lifetime in Toronto. Everybody.
In like a matter of 2 hours?
In a matter of 2-3 hours just walking downtown. I saw everybody. I saw people who had ops. They were dapping up each other. I saw my op, man. I saw a dude that stole my bike. I hugged him that day, man.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
I wish that's what my bike victim did to me, bro. I stole someone's bike and I did not get that treatment.
Yeah, you didn't win a championship, man. the stars had to align, man. I saw this guy, man, and I looked at him. I said, "You stole my bike, dog." And he looked at me. He goes, "I know."
I know.
And then I said, "I forgive you." And then we brought it in, man.
In Kawhi we trust.
In Kawhi we trust, man. Only an NBA championship could make that bond happen, man.
Boardman gets fucking paid, bro.
That's so funny.
I trust you, man.
I start crying,
dude. These aren't I'm like laughing, but it's just to hide these tears, man. That's so. Sports are so beautiful.
Was this at the parade?
This is not the parade, man. I think the parade was overrated.
I had a shit time at the parade.
Parade was overrated. The night that they won,
Yeah.
it was insane, man. Very beloved. Everybody poured out into the streets. That's where it was the raw. Everybody who came to the parade was just like long after. They just came for the
Bandwagons.
My hair's kind of just rose a bit just thinking back to that.
Yeah, you can see you guys.
Look, I see.
Yeah. No, like you said, the whole city came together, and I was like, bro, yeah, I just flashed back to 2019.
Yeah, you know what? You know that scene where Spider-Man gets like his powers and that's what it looked like.
Start shooting.
That's what your arm looked like when he has the grip now. You could touch the wall. Climb the wall.
Spidey. My guy.
That was Spider.
Yeah, he's always watching, bro.
Don't mind the beeping red light.
Double take. All right, we got one more round here. I'll kick it off again. Oh, word.
Boom, good looking out.
Wouldn't want you looking like a fucking idiot.
Stupid.
Pull my eyelashes.
Be better. You embarrassed yourself in front of Audible people, man.
Could you imagine doing that on stage when a joke bombs? You just turn
yeah.
around and start
Just punching yourself.
Guys, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't laugh.
Dude, I had a boy playing on softball. Like, we were playing softball during a practice, not even a game. Misses a catch, just drops beside him, doesn't throw it into second, just starts punching himself in the head. No shit. It happened. He's like, God damn it, Gabe. Yeah, it was Gabe. God damn it, Gabe. And just starts hitting himself with his glove and then punches himself like 3 times and just went home.
Just do what his dad's going to do to him later.
He said, got an early start. Holy shit.
Dude, actually.
You can't hurt me. I've already been hurt myself.
Dude, funny thing, I actually played on the same hockey team as a guy. One time he gets hit, wasn't that bad. He looks at Buddy, laughs, and he goes, my dad hits me harder than that.
Dude, I didn't know that.
Yo,
I feel like
those situations.
Yeah, no, his parents were. I was friends with his parents. Like, they were loving people.
Yeah,
They
I didn't need
never
to know
laid
that information.
Never laid a hand on him. Like, it was. I know for a fact they didn't. It's just
Oh, okay. That's just, man, I hate it
That's
when
a
people
crazy chirp.
crazy, right?
I just hate it when people put me in those scenarios, man, where I gotta just like,
Yeah. I hate when you make your mom joke and they're like, my mom's dead. And you're like, oh, what the fuck, bro? And they're like, just kidding. But imagine if she, I was like, okay, like that's
when you make another mom joke.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, yo, I hope she. I'm like, yeah, man, careful what you wish for. Yeah.
All right,
did you ever
here.
experience it like in basketball? Just like, were you a good trash talker?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. I talk so much shit. Just because like even 2K, I suck at 2K. But I'll never let you like really know it until
you're down 20.
I'm down 20. But I'm gonna be talking shit the whole way
about a mercy
through.
rule there. You know?
Yeah, man. I'm all about the entertainment, man. I think it's fun, man. I used to whenever I close out on 3-point shooters or whatever, I close out with one hand, and my other hand I'm pulling your shorts down. Just a little bit. I was just like, but when you come back down, you gotta go. I'm like this, and I'm like, I'm running out. I talk so much shit. I'm trying to think about some other things I used to say.
You had like go-tos,
Man,
or was it always on the spot?
I used to make sex noises.
That's hot.
Give me one. Let me hear one.
Right? Just like why are you touching me there? Relax. Like I just feel like
When they're boxing you out, just
they're
like,
boxing me, like, yeah, man. Like, yo, you know what it is? Also compliments. Compliments could actually throw off a player. You know what I mean? It takes off a player's. I'm like, yo, man, you're actually so talented, man.
Yeah. So goddamn handsome out here.
Oh man, you got me bricked up right now.
So like, I wish I was wearing jeans right now. Like, these gym shorts ain't doing nothing for protection, bro. No amount of compression in these shorts is gonna keep this thing down. Boy.
Like, yo, what are you doing after this, man?
Yeah,
yeah, man, that'll throw
we
him
never
off.
have to see each other again.
Oh man, if you lose this game, we got to play each other in playoffs.
Yeah.
Lose it. Miss this for me.
Miss this free throw, we gotta kiss. What? What?
Oh, you're getting out. Yeah.
All right, last one.
Do you think? So I just made me think
having
right
fun,
now.
eh?
Quick question. Do you think like trash talking made you better at like handling hecklers?
Yeah, man, because I think you just got to like in basketball, like it's only fun to talk shit if you're actually good. So
Yeah.
talking shit on stage too is really good if you're funny, you know. If you're funny, then it helps you. So I don't really deal with a lot of hecklers that often, as often as other comedians. I feel like I have people's attention once I'm there and I'm start talking. And I'm tall too. I don't think tall guy.
Everyone picks on him though, so I don't know what the difference.
No, but I'm sure if he starts saying,
you pick on him, bro. Like, it's just
but he starts saying some shit, and we were like, "Yo, okay, yeah, what does the computer say, man? Tell me things." He's about to grab the mic, and we're just like, "Yo, say it."
I'm saving him up.
Yeah.
I'm saving him up.
Saving him up.
Don't come to school tomorrow. Don't come to the studio tomorrow, bro.
Don't go to the studio. Yo, I heard a story about one guy from my high school, man. This guy tweeted one day, if you're cool with me, don't come to school.
Oh shit.
That's what he tweeted it.
Oh shit.
Cops went to his crib right away. It was hilarious.
That
And
is
he's just a
funny.
regular dude. You know what it was? Because we were playing ball runs and we were playing ball and we were all talking shit to him, mad cool or whatever. A lot. We were talking a lot of shit to him. He's a black guy, so it's not like he was really gonna show up at school. You know.
Let that one sit for a second. There,
Let that one, marinate. Think about that one, man. And
White people don't know about marinating, so.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys do? It's just freaking-
Salt and pepper, Montreal steak spice, maybe. If it's a Friday or Saturday.
Butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with you guys, man. But yeah, man, this guy, he tweeted that. He's like, "Yo, if you're cool with me, don't come to school tomorrow." And like, we just thought like he was just,
That's hilarious.
I thought it was hilarious,
Yeah.
right? And then he didn't come to school because the cops were at his door by the time he left his crib. So I was just like, fuck.
Man swatted himself.
Yeah.
So you guys are talking shit.
Yeah, we're just talking shit, man, because he lost every run, and then he's like, "Yo, man, because sometimes you go to open gym runs and niggas stack their team, and then you can never like his winner stays on.
Right,
So these guys are on for 6-7 games straight, and you gotta wait like 8 hours for a freaking."
I just did that on Sunday, but we were playing like all 14, 13-year-olds. Felt good still. I don't care. Fuck them kids.
Fuck 'em, man.
Yeah, right? You don't learn.
Yeah, it's an open gym fee.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah, I'm shit, but I was talking shit that day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even that good.
Man.
How you got homework? Go back to school.
How would you feel if you were the cause to the first black school shooter?
Ooh.
That's the craziest question ever asked on this
You know
podcast.
what?
Guaranteed.
You know what? One of my friends, Dino Archie, this guy is a hilarious comic, man. He has a joke. I'm not sure if he's done it in a long time, but man, when I first heard it, it had me killing. It had me dying, man. It's a killer joke. He's talking about.
That's a good pun.
Yeah. He said, man, like something about like raising his son, and he's like, I wouldn't be mad if my son was a black school shooter. Like to be like, I just tell my son that he has to be the best. You just got to be better than all the right. Like,
The Tiger Woods.
Yeah, right. He has to be the Tiger Woods of school shooting. Don't freaking half-ass it, man. Just full stepper,
You're
man.
gonna be Serena Williams in this bitch.
Yeah.
Studying like game film with him, just watching the news and shit.
Yeah, just freaking look. Every you bring up CNN. Every single you watch this. You bring up the Dahmer filter. You know that Dahmer filter on TikTok. You be like. Watch.
Oh, okay. Let's get into the last round here. All right, I'll kick it off. This headline I got here reads, you know who Greta Thunberg is?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
so
useless. Greta Thunberg is useless, man. Girl's just loud and obnoxious for no reason.
Elaborate.
Yeah.
I want to hear this thought out.
I don't know enough to be honest, man.
I thought you were just quick with it, but that's just a genuine opinion you have.
Girl's annoying, man. Every time you know what, I lost it. I think during the pandemic she was just yapping so much about climate change, and then when Black Lives Matter happened, she was just like, this bitch was silent, man. I was like, nigga, or not even. I don't know what it was, but she was saying so. Oh, yeah, no. She during Black Lives Matter, she was hella silent. But like, I was like, oh,
Because she's European.
right?
Yeah, she's Swedish.
How do you care
It's
more
very
about
new.
turtles? Goddamn it! Fuck those turtles, man.
They don't have black people in Sweden.
They don't got turtles either. But for some reason, we got
It's a landlocked country. It's a
it, man.
landlocked country.
fuck Fuck 'em, man. You know what? I don't even understand about like. Oh man, Greta Thunberg is like paper straws to me.
What do you mean?
Fucking useless, man. Soggy, sucks to. It's just a headache, man.
Wet
to use.
blanket as.
Wet blanket, man. Because you know what it is. Why do I have to care about paper straws? You know where they don't have paper straws? Freaking Hawaii. You know what's in Hawaii?
Beaches.
A plethora of fucking turtles. If you go to Hawaii, you go to Starbucks. There's plastic straws
I
everywhere.
thought you were gonna say turtles.
There's turtles and plastic straws.
A non-binary turtle making your.
Why am I all the way in Canada using a fucking paper straw?
Yeah.
For the sake of the turtles
The quality of
that live in Hawaii.
The quality of an ice cap has gone down so incredibly much after this. I still have one, like, I spilled water on the wrapper, but I had like the red plastic Tim straw just in the paper like wrapper for just an emergency, but now it's out of the wrapper.
It's useless. I bought a metal straw
Too thin.
just for like a reusable metal straw,
Yeah.
just so I could, and like that's like having a metal straw, carrying around a metal straw.
Hey, I'm not gonna
That's
be
like
the-
fucking having an umbrella. I'm gonna lose the shit eventually.
You can't like pocket that.
You can't pocket it.
And
You
even
look
the
insane.
collapsible one, like you're the fucking dude who
collapsible metal straw.
shows up to like
a fucking go-go gadget straw.
Yeah, like, joking.
Yeah, man, I'm not doing that, man.
I go sometimes I go play pool at like pool hall and I bring my own like pool cue and I already feel like self-conscious enough walking into like there, you know what I mean? Let
Like the
alone
bag and
yeah,
everything?
like I have a case with my pool cue in it, like let alone coming in with my own metal straw to go along with it.
So as I was,
Slippery
anyways,
slope.
Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Greta Thunberg, man. Let's talk about my friend here.
So headline reads: Greta Thunberg and a mud wizard faced off against German police to protest a coal deal. I'll repeat that.
I think I saw that on Twitter. Maybe. But if I'm wrong, then shit. I never saw it.
My headline is Nova Scotian woman jailed for unlawful extermination of animals. Nova Scotia is the east coast of Canada, just in case.
I've never been that far in Nova Scotia.
Oh, you never done shows there?
No, not
Okay,
yet.
word.
I'm hoping to do it on the second leg of this tour.
You would pack those shows, no doubt, because like there's like it's so little to do there. People be like, "Oh, a comedian! Like that's way better than open mic night for the 13th Friday in a row." And then they would be like, "Oh, Muslim jokes." They were like, "Oh, I don't even know a Muslim person."
I think those guys are scattered. They could be scattered. I've heard like there's apparently a big Muslim community in freaking.
I don't know. I'm not from there.
Yeah, me neither.
You're from there.
Yeah, I'm from there.
You're from like Halifax?
No, I'm from a rural part of Nova Scotia, but
You're from Halifax?
there's Muslims there. I didn't meet a Jewish person until I was 18 years old, though.
Bro, I didn't meet a Jewish person until I was like 20 something.
Okay, that makes me feel better. Okay.
Yeah, no,
I told him that, and he's like, "Well, really?" And I was like, "Come on."
I mean, that's not a surprise, right? They go to their own schools, right?
That's true. That's true.
But they also, but they're also in our schools
well,
too.
it's just like it's just like I'm sure like I'm sure you might have met a Jewish person. They just didn't like
tell you,
Yeah.
that they were Jewish.
Yeah.
Are you Jewish?
No. God, no. I'm kidding.
His eyes now. He's like, "Oh, yeah."
He's like,
That's
but
a
he wouldn't tell us. That's what he's saying.
That's the real headline.
That's the real headline. He's all around propagandist.
Just stop telling me your movie ideas. Right? I don't want to hear it.
Anyways, which one is it? Nova Scotian woman jailed for unlawful extermination of animals.
Or Greta Thunberg and a mud wizard faced off against German police to protest a coal deal.
Yeah.
I feel like he already knows.
The Mud Wizard, though.
This
the
is
Mud
the real
Wizard,
one. He's seen
This
it.
is the real one.
Yeah,
and
he's seen it.
The Mud Wizard is what throws you off. Because, like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is a Mud Wizard?
Yeah.
You know? But, I mean, if I was Greta Thunberg, I would think, like, anybody taller than me is a wizard.
We talked about this one on the show a few episodes back.
Okay.
One funny note from this story, though, is like Greta refused to comment, but there's a video of her dancing to the YMCA while the protest is going down, which I just thought was kind of funny. It's a weird song to dance to.
Very weird song to dance to.
There's only one dance move for that song. I feel like if a song has one dance move, like it's
Four.
kind
One,
Four
of, that counts as one move.
YM.
It's like the
I think
Dougie.
you
There's
do
a lot
this
of
at-
there's a
I
lot
think
of
you do
things
this
that
at
happen.
one point too. I think you have to march at some point during it as well. I don't know.
It's like the Dougie though. Like you don't call every separate aspect of the Dougie its own move. it takes all the moves to make it the dance move.
Yeah, no. Why are you asking? Why are you asking me? I feel like
Shit, nigga, I don't know, man. I don't know.
spin it that way. I don't know. Between the two of us, who definitely is Dougie more? Like if we're judging the book by the cover here, who's gonna know more about the Dougie?
Oh man. Yo, I have a question for you guys, or I have a scenario for you.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, so I was in this predicament a few weeks back. I have this friend of mine. She's a comic. Whatever. So here's the situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's on the. You ever made those girls that are like, oh, men are trash type beat, like men are
Yeah.
trash.
I hate
trash.
men, women.
Just met one
Yeah,
yesterday.
man.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you take Advil?
No.
Shut
Fuck.
up, man. Freaking headache. Anyways, so her and I are mad cool. You know, I didn't vet her out or whatever. And so we went to Popeyes, grab some food, and this is the scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
I order my food, I pay for it.
Right.
I'm waiting for it. She orders her food, she pays for it. We're waiting for it. Now there's a couple behind us, interracial couple, black guy, white girl. They go up to the till, order their food, buy their food. But when the dude goes to purchase it or pay for it, the machine is not working.
Mhm.
Now the machine isn't working, or there's insufficient funds. We don't know. I don't know. But I'm also CEO of Mind My Own Business. So I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's a you situation, not a me situation. My food comes, I go outside.
Mhm.
She's already out there. I'm eating my fries, and she goes, and she's looking through the window, and she's looking, and she's seeing that nobody, that the guy's card is still not working. Again, we don't know if it's the machine or his card is declining.
Okay.
I was just like, all right, cool. I'm not gonna.
Not my problem.
Not my problem. I got my sweet heat sauce, my fries right here, man. I'm ready to go. She goes, Hassan, you should go in there and pay for him. I said, why do you think that's a good idea? And her first answer was, why do men care so much about money? It's like literally the male patriarchy. Like, what is going on here? It's just...
Then you pay.
And I'm like, why don't you go pay? And she goes, I would. And I'm like, but also, do you not understand why it would be bad for me to go pay for this guy's food?
Mm-hmm.
Or even performing the gesture? And she's like, no, it's not even that big of a deal. I said, then you don't even understand the male ego, the pride.
Mm-hmm.
If another man shows up and I'm with my girl and I don't care, the car's not working, the freaking machine's not working, and you come up to me and I say, yo, you need me to get this for you, dog? You need me to jump in?
You say it like that.
Any way you say it, I'm gonna be like, yo.
Yeah, put your arm around his girl at the same time. you need this for a second, bro?
Yeah.
You want me to take care of this for you?
And I was like, yo, do you not understand? She's like, no, I don't get it. I said, wow. Wars have been fought for less.
Facts.
And do you not understand that? And so that was like my litmus test. I was like, yo, how do you not?
Did you pay it?
Hell no. I didn't.
Yeah.
I'd never even put myself in that situation.
Did you pay before?
I pay for my own food.
Before.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's his card then.
It's his card. His card. I don't know that guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's holding up a line.
The
behind him
scenario's
now.
not that. It's the scenario is having being asked to go back and pay for it, which is a fuck to the no.
Mhm.
Like
That's
come
treason.
on. Yeah.
If another man comes up, that's treason.
That's treason.
That warrants
Like,
a punch in the face.
Yeah, like if you went in there, he has every right to swing on you.
100%.
Like if you're like, yo, you want me to pay for you, man? And he's like, I don't know you, and spits in your face. You'd be like, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
You
I'll
gotta
be
get
like-
the
I'll be
fuck
like
yeah. Sweet heat.
Yeah, that is blasphemous. And
Yeah.
I was like, yo, how do you not know that?
That's the female pride though. But like, oh, it's not that big a deal.
It's not a big deal. And then I was like, yeah, man, you could, because like again,
You do
that,
it then.
that whole chess piece thing, you know? Like, all right, the queen could freaking go wherever she wants, but the dude gotta freaking one step at a time, man. Healers. I mean, honestly, she could have done it easily, and the dude would have been like, "Oh, thank you, no problem." Because what? He's not gonna wild out on a shorty.
Does she make more money than you? Does
No.
your friend who suggested this make more money than you?
I don't know actually, but who knows?
Yeah, fair.
But in that, it doesn't even matter. The scenario. Okay, well now imagine if you're with your girl, right? Imagine if you're with your girl and the dude comes up to you and does that, and your girl goes, "Hold on, let him pay." what are you making this such a big deal for? Is that still your girl?
Wait, repeat that.
So
Yeah,
imagine a guy comes up to you and you're in the same situation. Now you're the dude.
I'm the dude with insufficient funds.
Insufficient funds,
Yeah.
or the machine isn't working.
Yeah, machine's not working.
And another guy say, I come up to you and say, yo, do you need me to get this for you? And you're like, nah. And then your girl goes, why are you making this such a big deal? Let him pay. No. Let him pay. If he wants to pay, let him be.
I would like firm box out to the guy, like back him right out of the paint. And then the whole time I would be yelling at my girlfriend, tap your fucking card. I'll trans you back after this is all said and done. I don't know what's going on with my card right now. Can we please figure this out after?
Together.
Yeah. Fuck you, dude.
Talking to a girl like, you know this guy? You hook up with this guy? How do you know this guy? You go to high school with him? How do you know we were here?
Yeah.
Right? I'd probably be like,
Fuck
yo,
that.
listen, if she said that, I'd be like, yo, this is your girl now, man.
Yeah. I don't even want this food anymore.
Yeah, I'll starve.
Yeah.
I want a thing that'll starve with me, man. We'll starve together. We'll go someplace else and eat, man. We'll
not even talking about fasting here. Like,
yeah, we'll fast together, man. We'll go to the mosque. We'll eat for free. We thug it out.
Are you single?
Me, I'm in.
Okay, that's it. That's all.
Why all the questions? He says.
We just end the episode there.
And cut. Nah, man. I'm spoken for, man.
Okay, sweet. That's a beautiful way of putting it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start saying that.
Yeah, it's a really good, man.
Whenever you get a girl.
Yeah, whenever you end up being spoken for, you can say that.
Is that what you've been sitting on, Coleman?
I'm taking notes.
And your dick's small.
All right, I think that's a good spot to end it off. We'll wrap it up there. Dude, thanks for coming on the show.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you for having me, man. Thanks for coming to the show. Thank you
course,
for supporting live comedy and the pursuit of, who knows, man. Fast forward a year from now, you'll have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
You know, and
Fuck,
we'll be
that's
doing
embarrassing.
theaters, man. But I love
Bell,
the space,
bro.
man. I love, thank you guys for having me,
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Reach across DAP here.
Oh, yeah.
You got any
Just sweaty.
shout outs you wanna give before we sign off?
Man, I guess follow me on Instagram. My name is Hassan Phills. TikTok, Instagram, HassanPhills.com. If you're in Montreal, I don't know when this is coming out, but I'll be in Montreal.
Coming
on
up
Friday.
tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are quick with this
Oh,
shit.
Yeah, we need
finished
you to
quick.
leave so that we can just.
That's what he does. He goes. He's editing everything with no Wi-Fi. Yeah, man. I'm gonna be doing shows in Mississauga, in Montreal, and then Edmonton, Calgary, and then Winnipeg. I've never been to Winnipeg, but we'll see. Apparently, there's like a big East African community out there, and I'm just trying to service these pockets where I'm celebrated. So
Sweet.
let's freaking have some fun.
Check them out, man. Sick show. Great time.
Down to the wire, baby. To the wire, to the limit.